What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout, and I am here with Oceania Top 8 decks. Masters competitive season is in full swing, and look at this beauty. Top 8. 8 different decks in the top 8. Like 100% diversity in the top 8. Yeah, I can't look at this and then just go play Fusion World. This looks insane. Like, I can't wait to show you guys the deck lists. But before we begin this video, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee. They keep this crazy content machine going. And guys, thanks a lot for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to our Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown, or in this case general info. This was a live event organized by TAC Games. Huge shout out to TAC Games, phenomenal TO. 42 players in total, if I've counted that correctly, but I'm a card game player, I can't count, so give or take, I believe it's 42. Best of one pre-side, new ban list legal, BT24 legal, of course you have seen, you know, the breakdown on the thumbnail, and the new rules, of course, everything is legal. So, before we dive into this, huge shout out to everyone who had participated at the event, from the TO to judge staff to players. All of you are awesome, I hope you had fun, and now let's check out the top 8. Here it is, guys, the top 8 from the Oceania regionals, and yeah, like I've said, this is pure beauty. This is peak Masters. Top 8, 8 different decks. Wow. So let's go over them. First off, congratulations to John. No one is surprised. John wins again. First place with yellow U7 Goku. So this is the post nerfs build. So you're gonna see what this new Goku looks like. It's a bit familiar. It's just slightly different. Second place, Aegis Gogeta. The best, I would say the best blue deck in the format, though Tapion is very close to Gogeta, but Gogeta has ways to finish the game, which Tapion just kinda doesn't. Third place, SS4 Vegito Xeno, so the newest black deck shows up and just takes third place. Huge congratulations. There's a lot of hope riding on this deck. We have seen it perform very well at the European regionals, the online ones, and now we're seeing it here getting third place. Congrats. Fourth place, Max with Mehi. Yes, Mehi Kabura shows up at the fourth place. Congrats, Max. Like, this build is also very cool. It's super updated, so you're gonna see some new toys in this one. And then what I couldn't believe, I had to triple, quadruple check this. Fifth place, Green Broly BT22. Yes, so Green Broly BT22 somehow topped, got 5th place. I am completely shocked. I am speechless at what just happened here. I saw the deck, I'm even a bit more speechless, but we will see. I'm gonna show you everything, of course. And then 6th place, Tapion. Yes, Tapion, the second best, depends on how you value Gogeta, blue deck in the format, tops another regional event. In another regional event, it was illegal for 2 out of 3 events last weekend, and it topped 2 of them. Both. So, yeah, Tapion, guys, there is something going on there. And then we have 7th place, Mr. Ram with Hatch. Yes, Mr. Ram just plays Hatch as much as humanly possible, and then just beats people with it. Congratulations, my friend. And then 8th place is Android 17 Invoker. Like, Invoker, I can't call this thing Invoker. Peter Dance is gonna get me if I do that. But yeah, red Android 17. So, there's a lot to go through here, so let's just dive into it. Okay guys, I'm here once again back with Deck Planet, the best deck builder in the world. And if you're not a Masters player, Deck Planet also has Fusion World and One Piece. And with Fusion World and One Piece on Deck Planet, there's literally zero reason to go anywhere else. Like, nothing comes close to the quality of Deck Planet. Like, this is insane. So, let us start with the first place, John's Goku. Okay, so, see, you can do this on Deck Planet. Can you do this on other deck builders? I don't think so. Anyway, so this is John's build. It's pretty standard. It is pretty standard in a way, you know, still running 4 copies of the Burn guy, though he doesn't burn anymore. 4 copies of the Boss Monster, because perfectly fair and balanced card. Then we have, 2 copies of Time Magic. The 1-drops are basically all here as a 4-off with just 3 copies of Android, but that's standard. Only 3 copies of the Vegeta though. Okay, not going a full playset, just staying at 3. Time Magic, Backbone, Universe 7 Goku, the only super combo that you wish to run in this deck. And then we reach something spicy. Porunga. Oh yes, the big secret rare that has everyone scared and excited. Porunga. Now, if you don't know what this thing does, basically you play him for 2 energy if you have 3 or more, and then at the end of the turn he just goes away. He's removed from the game. Activate main, limit 3. This means that you can use this ability up to 3 times. You can choose the same things up to 3 times, or just like different ones. First option, draw 1 card and your opponent discards 1. So you can draw 3 and they discard 3. That's insane. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. This is what the card is actually used for in the deck. You switch their energy to rest mode. You can switch your opponent's energy to rest mode with this card. You can do this 3 times. Yeah, that's insane. And then choose up to 1 of your battle cards and 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and place all other cards, battle cards, at the bottom of their owner's deck. So it's a board wipe. So you can do things like, I don't know, there's a blocker and 2 energy opened. I rest 2 energy and I don't know, I choose something that's not a blocker and the blocker gets bottom decked. Yeah, it's really, really crazy. But what makes it even crazier in U7 is that once you tap all of your opponent's energies, you play Absolute Annihilation Son Goku. So, deflect barrier unique. Permanent. If your leader is yellow, your opponent can't activate extra cards unless they switch 1 of their energy to rest mode. In Masters, if you're coming to this video from Fusion World, we have negates. It's quite literally, opponent counters me, attacks me, I play a card which says negate the attack. Just flat out stop it. And some of the negates are free. But when you switch all of the energy to rest mode with Porunga, and this guy comes in and says like no free negates unless you pay 1, that's game. That's literally game, especially because this guy can restand like 15 times and then swing for 30k. Like infinite attacks Son Goku. We have 4 copies of Philip Tarpini here. Very, very, very insane Floodgate. Like absolute staple forever in yellow. 2 copies of Sin. 2 copies of the newest Vegeta. Okay, so activate main for free energy, you play him, and when he's played or when he attacks, you choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and give it minus 20k for the turn. Additionally, if you minus something to 0, this card gains double strike. So you play him for free, you kill something, he gains double strike. Now he's double strike dual attacker. He attacks twice more. And on the next 2 swings, this ability triggers again. And he also gives minus 20 to something. Twice. On both attacks. This is a board clear, basically. It just flat out clears the board for free energy. And then the other big guy, Great Ape Baby. Yep, 25k, double. When this card is played, Choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, then until the end of your opponent's turn negate their skills, and your opponent can't attack with skillless battle cards. Oh look, opponent has 2 threats. Yeah, I choose them and they lose all of their skills and they can't attack me. Yeah, that's the big one. Because this auto effect triggers immediately when baby is played, it doesn't matter if the baby gets removed. They just flat out can't attack. And then 1 copy of the Roshi. From new cards here, we have 2 copies of Kaioken, because Kaioken is phenomenal. 1 Turtles Crusher Core, which is like probably just here for memes or to set up the Empower on Kaioken. And then we have the side deck here. Now I have been going through this deck for like 5 minutes now. Let's go through other ones. Second place, Dean's Gogeta. Extremely standard. Like extremely standard Gogeta, though he does go with 4 of the Son Gohans. I don't see them often at 4, I see them like at 2. But 4? Okay, yeah, so very, very valued removal from the Gohan here. Okay, then what else do we have? The rest is pretty standard. Z-Deck, the expanded version now, just running 2 copies of Soul Punisher, cause why not? Like, honestly, if you have 2 copies, you get just to fire off twice sometimes, so if you somehow don't kill your opponent with 50,000 triple strike leader, yeah, you just get to try to do that again. And then here we have, of course, the side. Then we have 3rd place, SS4 Vegito. Yeah, I know that a lot of you are excited about this one, because SS4 Vegito bringing black back into the game. Let's go over it. Like, the archetype is, you know, it's in ratios that you would expect. Nothing weird going on here, though. Like 3 Gokus and 2 Vegetas is sometimes see 3-3 or 2-2, depends on the build. 4 copies of the SR, which single-handedly brings back black back into the game. Basically, when your opponent plays a card, I'm gonna try to explain it like that. Counterplay. When your opponent plays a card, you can play this card, and then you give your leader plus 5,000 for the turn. But also, when this card is played, you draw 1, you add 1 card from your hand to the Z energy, and then you choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards, cost 5 or less, and send them to the warp. That's basically removed from the game if you're from Fusion World. So, and you can do this for free. Once though, but for free, your leader gets plus 5k, you draw a card, you charge a Z energy, which is something that you want to have, and you get rid of multiple cards. Choose, no, 1, choose up to 1, okay, I'm just stupid. So, you just get rid of 1 card. Doesn't need to be the one that's played, as long as it costs 5 or less. Then we have the big boss monster here, the super scary, stupid strong guy. Double strike barrier blocker, you play him for 1 energy, he's 30k, and at the end of the turn you switch into active mode. You burst 2 and you mill yourself by 2 and switch into active mode. 30k double for 1 energy. Nice. Okay, we have Gogeta Fearless Fusion here to get rid of barrier. And then the rest is standard. You're playing also 4 copies of SS4 Call, because almost everything except what? This guy, Bardock, and this guy, and we're not counting tech cards, is an SS4 card, so yeah. Also, Cracking Spacetime, because you can just casually make your leader 25k, and then you play Cracking Spacetime, and then he's 40k double strike. And here we have the Z deck for 3 copies of the Unison, 2 copies of Final Kamehameha. This is a very interesting inclusion. We will have this deck profile out next week, so Nicholas will explain to me how and why. So you'll just have to go and watch that. So we're going to 4th place, Max's Mechikabura. 59 cards, but Mechikabura draws like a madman. New inclusions are now 4 copies, going from 3 to 4 copies of Dark King to fight the Explosive Dance, because you charge 1 and then you get to attack. 1 copy of the newest the newest SS4 Vegito, 4 copies of the free counterplay, which of course means 2 copies of the Z Unison. And then here we have the Z deck, the SCR of choice is Bursting Rage because it just powers up your mech even more. And then we have the side. Then we have the big boy. Then we have the reason why so many of you are here probably. Broly. 60 cards. Okay. Broly gets a lot of these from the deck though. A lot of these search each other and stuff like that. 60 doesn't mean much. But let's check out the newest inclusions. So, 3 copies of the Agent of Destruction Broly. He is 30k. You play him for 1 energy. When he attacks an opponent's battle cards, draw 1 and switch into active mode. So just draw 1, 30k for 1 energy. That's awesome. Your opponent can't negate your attacks. That's Broly's ability. This is the leader's thing. And then 2 copies of the 8th drop. If opponent has 3 or more energy, gain triple strike. You play him again for 1 energy and draw a card. And when once per turn, when an opponent's battle card is KO'd by this attack, switch it to active mode. Yeah, those are the newest inclusions. And then we also have the SCR, the triple strike. Because if you go into your Broly Z leader, which if you are from Fusion World, this is like a power up of the leader, like another side of it. Yeah, he can become 50k, triple. Yeah, that's very decent. We also have 2 copies of the Bardock and 1 copy of the Broly Z Battle. Then, yes, you have to respect that the man is playing the best Unison in the game. Then we have 6th place Tapion. Okay, let's see. So, there is a weird inclusion here in this Tapion. And that is this guy. And I saw him in a different deck. And I don't agree with this guy. But here we go. You pay 3 energy if there are 2 or more blue and or green cards in your battle area or combo area, you play him. So pay 3 and play this guy. When this card attacks, you choose 1. Your opponent places 1 from their hand to the top of their deck, or if your leader is Hirudegarn, you get to play something. He also says choose 1 of your battle cards and KO it, add the top card of your deck to your energy in rest mode. So basically you're playing free energy to get a 30k beater. You KO 1 of your things, you rest, you ramp an energy, and then you also get to do some light hand destruction. I'm still not sold on this one. I'm very interested to hear how it performed during the event. I don't think that ramp 1 is that big in Tapion, but hey, he's also running the God Rare Goku here, which is a free play, so that's awesome. The SCR, and that's basically it. Like the rest is just the Tapion engine. 4 copies of Trunks, the promo one, like this one is gonna cost a liver, and then 3 copies of SS3 Gotenks, which we saw does very very well in Gohan Superhero. And then we have the Z deck here. Okay, running 1 Unison, 2 copies of the Z extra. And moving to the side deck, here it is. Basically, you're playing like Tapions, you need to respect Gogeta. And that's basically it. So, moving to 7th place. Android 17 Invoker, Ben Luz Invoker. I do not understand this deck at all. I have never played it. Some of you have. I don't have big plans to play it. I'm not sold on it, but hey, here it is. I believe it does very well. I believe that this is a strong deck, but I just don't understand. So I'm not gonna comment much. For those of you who know what this deck does, here is the build. And then we have the Z deck, and with the newest Z Unison actually. That's cool. And the side deck. And then last but not the least, Mr. Ram's Hatch. 56 cards, Mr. Ram just packs all of the negates, Oceanias, Fu to just, keep Oceanasing your opponent. And then when the game goes on long enough, bam, Smoke Dragon, Meal 7, you lose. and 4 copies of SS Cumber, Assailant's Fury. This card is one of the best black cards in the game at the moment. If you don't have it, go get it. This card is being seriously slept on by some people because the Z-Deck rule allows you now to basically pay 2 to warp like an 8 cost, 10 cost. Like it's 2 energy, boss monster removal in black now. And then we have the Z-Deck, Mr. M up to his shenanigans with Oolong and Broly, because why not? and then we have the side deck. So yeah, all of these decks are in the description below, and yeah, those were the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what is your opinion on the Oceania breakdown? Are you excited to see such a diverse top 8? And guys, this is just the first one. Like, this is just the first one. I have deck lists for all of the regional events, and all of them have exceptionally diverse top cuts. Like, all of them. Like, it's so refreshing to see this. Anyway, is there something here that surprises you, something unexpected? Besides Broly, of course, no one thought that this deck has any legs, but it looks like the new support is really helping it out. So let me know in the comments below, guys. I read all of your comments, I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us get to 5k subs. We're this close to 5k subs, it's insane. So and when we get there, I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.